your boy Bleeves. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 It's been a long day, I mean a long week, maybe a long year, so let's get something clear. We're gonna stock up on some party favors later on. Tell everybody they're invited, you should come along. Best to bring your good foot, ladies gonna be dancing on the ceiling. Cocky and appealing, possibly revealing. Getting sideways like a bridesmaid, that she vibrate. If you a lightweight, hope you hydrate. We gon' tip the bottles back, busting out the fat sacks. People wearing costumes, chewing on a mushroom. Something like a wonderland, understand? Going down the rabbit hole with my kinfolk to another land. Damn, I said we do it like this. Magic carpet riders on some third eye shit. Mr. Pine Cones come a long, long way, so everybody get sideways. Sing it. I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. Pass the bottle back my way. Everybody's getting sideways.
What is going on, everybody? I hope you are having a great evening. My name is Bleeves, and you are here for Bedtime with Bleeves, where we are going to tuck you in with all of that sweet, sweet crypto knowledge that you've been missing all day long. And the big question is, what happens tomorrow? And the answer is nobody really knows. Just kidding. I know what's going to happen. We're going to go over that. We're going to talk about it. And we're going to get that going pretty soon, because I've been talked down off the ledge. I did think that there was going to be kind of a big crazy play coming, and I got talked back down that, oh no, that's not going to happen. That's definitely not going to happen. So it looks like, hey, you know what? Maybe everything's going to be fine. We're going to get in chat. We're going to answer all the questions in chat as quickly as we can, and then we're going to get into it because there's a ton of news. We're going to cover maybe titles. We're probably not going to cover the entire news. Just going to give you a quick, well, what's going on, what I think of it, and we'll go from there. David Hammaker, we're going to the moon tomorrow, baby. Maybe. Jim Cramer said, buy the dip, and we are in a bull market. So as you guys know, sell. We're in a bear market. Get the fuck out. You know what I mean? Mr. P. Crypto, good evening. What is going on, my man? Up is the only way. What's going on, Steven? Shiba all the way to make people millionaires in 2023. It's going to have to, because that's how the money's going to come back into the market. Spoiler alert. Bone to the moon, lunk to the moon. Hope the markets pump very hard in an upward direction tomorrow. When is the Fed supposed to speak tomorrow? That's going to be at 1 p.m. as always. NGN is in the house tonight. We are ready to turn up on Tuesday night. That is for sure. Do your own research into the network. It is a highly upside, great community and professional team behind it. That is, in fact, very true. I'm super excited about the network, especially when you find out where their first cryptocurrency exchanges are going to be listed. What would 25 basis points do to crypto? Pump it. Seeker of Truths, NGN, sir, better than you. NGN in the house. NGN is rocking tonight. Giga, AICP, and BTCI. Bleeves, what's up, bro? Please tell me it's red tomorrow. It's probably gonna be this one. Good evening to all. Hit the like. Thank you, Maddie B. Tom Collide, what is going on? Maddie B. B-Rise is on the move. Maybe I make some money finally. Yo, Bleeves, pump or dump tomorrow? Yes, JR. Clayton Hasty in the house. What is going on, my man? Maddie, my internet rug. Family Z and Stacy in the house. What is going on? Tell Stacy we said hi. Greg in the house. What's going on? Crypto McDizzle Faux Shizzle. Anyone else still holding wrapped Luna? I'm not holding Luna. I'm holding my classic on their the station exchange, and I was going to swap it today, but I think I'm going to hold it a little bit longer and get the actual big pump. I thought I could make a move and get a pretty good flip. I've gone from 484,000 Luna Lunk that I switched over to USTC, and now if I swap it, it's like 600,000. So it's a move to the upside, but that's $20. We're doing more than $20. Forget that. Jay Smooth in the house. What is going on? And that is the Volt Army right there. Vernon friends, thank you for the $10 bomb. Please, what is going on? Muscle up, man. How you been? Hope you've been doing good. Ben Ferrer in the house. Quick in the house. Good evening, Lord Bleeves. Gabino, Concepcion. Quick's got it right. Lord Bleeves. Damn. Oh, by the way, if you are, and if you are not, and you want to get in on it, like and subscribe. $100 USDC giveaway Friday. The drawings to be held for members of the channel. Memberships are $4.99. Helps me out tremendously. So if you want to help me out, if you want to get in on it, there's 50, 60, 100 people. So there's not going to be a ton of people in it. So you got a good shot of winning $100. So Kramer sucks, and we know that. So do the opposite. And when he says that we're about to pump, sell everything. Jesus Christ. Good evening, everyone. Ken Valera's in the house. William's in the house. Phantom been on a tear. And it's so annoying, by the way, William. Phantom went on a tear months after I said it was going to go on a tear, so doesn't count. Maddie B. Ben Fair says MMAI. Waiting for the big move on MMAI. There's nothing out here that I am nervous about, that I am bored with, or anything like that. I feel like even Terrarium. I mean, you guys know Terrarium's just really not moving. But you know what? It's gonna move. Everything's gonna have its time. It's just not this time. Even Volt, and you guys know how I feel about Volt. Even Volt's been pressed down just a little bit lately, and it's not moving in conjunction with what it could be doing in the market, and that makes me just really super annoyed. But at the same time, it's gonna have that moment. It's gonna have that moment. Remember, BCB has been on another level. Kabosu has been on another level. A month ago, BRL was, look, I got in at 50 cents. It was at $5. You know what I mean? Like there's new projects that come out that get a nice little pump going on, and it's going to continue to be the case. That'll be the case. But these old hats, so to speak, they're all going to have their moments. What's up, Matty B, my PA brother? CEO 100, thank you for the $20 bomb. BRL has proven the best community and strongest crypto in the market, all happening in 1 year, not years. Steve took project to billions. Buy this dip before the end of February. You will miss. I might say buy before the middle of February, because there is a big event coming for BRL that might just be kind of a game changer that might cause just a little bit of pump. Pay attention to your charts. Do your own research. Look at the chart so that you get yourself a good entry position. I do think that the entry position is right now, but you go look and you do your own. You check it out for yourself and you tell me. But this might be a moment where you want to get in early, because there might be a good little pump, or at least a good start to a lot of information about it coming in just a short while. So they have a big partnership that's coming out in February. I think it's the 18th or something, somewhere in the middle of February. So I would get in before the middle of February, but that's just me. I'm already in and I'm already staked up. So hello from your former state home. Which one? Let's see. I'm going to go with Angel would be Florida. I don't mean to stereotype, but also been in Kentucky, also been in Ohio and Florida. So if it's Florida, God, I miss you. Oh, what's going on? Sergio Kamal in the house. CEO 100. Miss out, I meant. Yeah, don't miss out on that. Hit the like button. Mark Kelly, Decanect pumping again. Guys, listen, Decanect pumping again. We gotta get Decanect to $1. We gotta get Decanect to $1. That would be just absolutely incredible, especially considering now it's 4 exchanges, and they're going ahead and saying the names. By the way, I'll read them to you in just a few minutes so that you guys know. But there's 4 cryptocurrency exchanges coming in just the next couple of weeks. They have gone full bore into these exchanges. So Get ready. Thank you for the other $20 bomb, CEO. Buy BRL before you miss out. Actual solid token, not shit coins. Shit coins are the goods, though. Mario Marcion, Project X NFTs only 0.1 BNB. Let's make a movie. By the way, guys, the Project BNB or the Project X NFTs, I have like 10 of them, I think, and super cool, super cool artwork. As you guys know, I did a movie for Volt. We haven't even seen the preview of that, by the way, but there is a trailer that's being made, and then I'm gonna have a custom trailer being made for me for the Volt Army. And Project X might be helping to fund some of the graphics and some of the finishing on it. So definitely go check out Project X NFTs. That is a BNB token, but if you got any BNB, if you got some to spare, go check that out and help, because you will also become the producer on a movie. One of the movies, by the way, is already being filmed. So if you want to be on the IMDb, if you want to have a producer credit, if you want to be part of the movies, and look, it doesn't matter what this movie does. What matters is the exposure. You ever want to be part of a movie? You're about to be part of a movie. You want to star in a movie? Find out where they're filming. Go into Project X. See if you can be a bit part. See if you can be a player. Look, this is a grassroots campaign to make movies, and they're horror-based movies. So if you're interested, go check it out and do yourself the favor. Mike Tillman, Volt to the moon. That's the only place that Volt can go. Deadwood, what is going on, my man? William, Terrarium, burning that marketing wallet in a dev wallet worth 8.9 quad. What do you think of Terraport token on Lunk Chain? I don't know anything about it. Haven't really got in there. YoCEO 100. What's going on? Yeah, Miami, Florida. Bienvenido, ami. Lucia loves South Beach. Matter of fact, a quick story. Went to South Beach the very first time. Me and my best friend, we went to South Beach one night. We were like, the wives are out of town. We're living in South Florida. And he's like, let's just go to South Beach and party. And I was like, yeah, cool. So we go to, I think it's Washington Avenue. So we're going around and we have no idea where we're going. And we're just like crossing the street, and the cab like kind of pulls in front of us, like, hey man, where's a good bar? And the guy tells us to go to a bar. So we go into the bar, fishbowl full of condoms. Turns out it was a gay bar. He thought we were gay as we were walking around. So a lot of fun that was that evening. Didn't commit though. So when 1337, that's the big question on BRL. Modi, where's Modi? Modi's the one supposed to take it to 1337. He's got the magic coming. Hello, Bleeves, LFG BRL 1337 coming soon. What's up, Bleeves? 25 BPS tomorrow. What's your thoughts? That's exactly what my thought is right now. I think they're locked in. I don't think that there's anything they can do but do that right now. NGN fam, let's go. Sativa Cyborg Fry. Tony P, what is going on? Trail Boss, hey, Bleeves, thanks for the good information every day. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Look, I do the research so that you guys can make what you will of all of it, and then I just give you my opinion on where we are. Volta change in the house. Please, if not gay, not to. Hey, look, man. Look, here's what I'm going to say for the record. Number one, I'm not gay, but $100 is $100. And number two, I'm not in jail. You never know, right? Don't put me in jail, just in case. Anyway, so let's get into the market. Let's get this going right now before somebody calls the cops. Jesus Christ. All right. So pre-market has us at 87, 13, and 60, which would indicate that we're on a downward slope. That right now, what's happening is you're being priced into the market. So just in case whatever happens tomorrow, just in case whatever happens tomorrow is not to somebody's liking. Now, I think there's a couple of options. Number one is we're gonna get 25. Look, the options are 25 or 50 basis points, but I think that it's just going to be 25 basis points. The problem is how hawkish will Jerome Powell be, because Jerome Powell is upset with these markets right now. Jerome Powell wants to crush your spirit. He wants you to stop, and you're not stopping. And when you go to earnings whisperers, when you go look at what's going on with the money, here's the overnights. This is what happened in the evening. Remember, because the 5 o'clock reports and the late reports, Super Microcomputer beat on billions of revenue. Ashland Oil in line. AMD beats, Chubb misses on 11 billion revenue, but it had 9.2 and it was 405 versus 422. People were not mad about that. Edwards Life Sciences on 1.1 billion. Juniper Network misses on 1.4 billion off of 1.5 billion expected, but it matched its earnings. Match Group misses. Now that was a big miss, but it's in the millions. It's not in the billions. Snap guides lower. Hits, but guides lower. Stryker beats on 5.2 billion. Western Digital misses. Now, you don't want to see Western Digital miss because that's computer components and data storage. So that's 42, a loss of 42 on a consensus of 10. Now, here's the thing. Western Digital probably being priced out of the market. So the fact that it's not having a good night, I don't think anybody really cares. Electronic Arts misses. You know why? Because they're about to come into crypto. Now, they were at 73 cents on 1.9 billion. The consensus earning was $3 per share on revenue of 2.5 billion. They didn't even come close, but it's video games. So people are kind of okay with that. American General beats at 409 on 404. And then that was it for the evening. So the evening, a mixed bag, but mostly positive. So why is the market down? Well, it's because people are scared. But are they scared about what's happening or what they think could happen? It's not what's happening. It's what they think could happen. So we're going to prepare for some sideways trading through the night. And you can see over here, the market's kind of been at 1.03 trillion. See, you can see it right here. Dipped down to 994 around 3 o'clock. And then since then, it's really been kind of just in this little range right here. But of course, it's been like that for just the whole day. It's just been kind of ranging. Now, here's what you can say. If you're looking at, you haven't had a crossover yet, but you're about to have a crossover over here, which would make that a bearish signal because the MACD is about to flip the signal. So that's probably cause for some downside. Now, it does do this from time to time. And you can see over here, it goes down a little bit, goes down a little bit, but then it pops back up. So it's possible that it pops back up, but, because this is an unpredictable market, but there probably is going to be a little bit of correction that happens over the next little while as we get ready and price in whatever is going to happen tomorrow. But again, the pre-market is when we're going to really kind of see what's going on. So, but you can see in the market over here, generally a green day, except in the last hour or so. SHIB didn't hold up as well. You would have kind of hoped something good would have happened there. Aptos finally cooling off just a little bit. But look, down 2% on the day. That's not really cooling off. So it's a lot going on. And again, just green down the line. So good day overall. Again, the market 1.003 trillion. Bitcoin is just hovering. It's just waiting for that moment. Now, we did want it to pump over this line. Remember, guys, I told you that it hit this line 3 times. Well, it hit 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. Well, we even call that one 7. Like it's been testing this line right here and just slowly edging up. So Bitcoin wants to run. It's just a question right now of what is the market going to do. Now, here is what I'm going to say. I don't know what you guys look. If you're in altcoins, if you're in anything big, if you're in a position right now, it would be my advice to you: liquidate anything that you can liquidate. That's not a high risk sort of gamble. You're not going to lose anything on one of those high risk gambles. Like if you're look, Volt is still in that 50 million range. So that's one of those high risk gambles that you don't let go of. That's one that you hold on to. Terrarium, same thing. You hold on to it. Those are high risk. They're going to be high reward at some point. BRL, high risk, high reward. Decanect, high risk, high reward. SHIB is not high risk, high reward anymore because the money's already been made basically on SHIB. Now you could still make some in the long term. Everybody should have at least 30 million SHIB in their wallet just in case it reaches, a penny, a dime, a dollar. But generally speaking, the money has already been made. Luna Classic, the money has not been made yet. All the money that was made before got washed. So Luna Classic, same thing. Just kind of hold on to that. Doge, money's already been made. Billions and billions of dollars. Now, Luna Classic, by the way, is a $1 billion token, but the amount of significant burn that's coming would make this one a much faster play than almost any other ones. in that SHIB, Doge, Lunk sort of space right now. BNB, all of this kind of stuff. Saitama, liquidate these bigger ones. Saitama, hold on to Saitama. Anything that we talk about as a Uniswap or an altcoin, something like that in that lower area, look, just hold on to that. Wait for the dip, wait for it to play back. Don't look at it if you can't help it. But if you're in something like Bitcoin, if you're in something like Ethereum, right now is the time to put that stuff on the sidelines and stable. Not financial advice, but that's what I'm doing. But let's move on to the news. We're gonna pop through this as quickly as we possibly can. Ethereum Zhejiang withdrawal testnet to go live on February 1. So now we're in the Shanghai testnet. And this is one of the much awaited releases. I don't know if that's the case. This is just the ability of people to unstake the ETH that they've already got staked. So Ethereum Shanghai plus Capella will be triggered 6 days later. Excuse me. There's also a great opportunity for all tools to test out how they want to collect, display, and use the withdrawal information, make the experience smoother for users. So that's going to be happening real soon. Now, moving on to the next one, JP Morgan says the biggest risk to the market in 2023 is no recession at all. Now, think about that. What we've just said and what JP Morgan has just indicated is that they are saying that a big risk to this market is that there is no recession at all. So that means that JP Morgan is now concerned that there may not be a recession, and they thought there was going to be a recession. Now, why are they saying this? Probably because they invested heavily in a recession, right? Like that's what you do. You invest heavily in the recession, hoping that you can make money out of it, shorting and whatnot. And then here we are. They're not, now they're getting concerned. So good. Bitcoin crash incoming. Analyst warns of blood ahead of the Fed meeting. Now, that's what we were just talking about. That's why I said, this might be a good time for you to at least look at it and say, you know what, maybe this is going to be the moment where I really just want to kind of stable it. You're in Ethereum is basically just ranging right here since, what is it, 7 o'clock this morning. It hit this range. Now, it did have a low at 1560. It did spike up to 1600. So there is some play in it, but there's not a lot. Same thing with Bitcoin, just kind of edging up and down a little bit. So it's not really putting you in that money-making position. So this is where the shorts are going to come in and get wrecked. And we're going to check those out in just a few minutes. We're getting there. Bitcoin ready to break through 24K. Vital signs provide clues. Now, Bitcoin fuels up for the long ride. That's what we're seeing right now. The chart below shows investors are again betting and optimistic about the crypto market despite a persistent downtrend. The latter is in the rearview mirror for investors and financial institutions. According to a report from ByteTree, exchange-traded funds have seen a sharp increase in their holdings. Not just one, but 3 different ETFs have added over 1,465 Bitcoins this month. Okay, the markets are turning bullish. We're seeing it slowly. It's that phase, and we're watching it happen. Okay, Glassnode over here. Here we go. Together, retail and wealthy investors are fueling the Bitcoin rally. The chart below shows that the number of addresses holding Bitcoin has grown significantly over the past month. That means retail is coming in. Now, here's the thing. Retail should be coming into SHIB, not Bitcoin. They're coming into Bitcoin because they're rallying for that overall Bitcoin. They're hedging. That's the inflation hedge, et cetera, et cetera. That's the guys with the big beards and the mustaches and the ones that the ones that only buy organically grown Bitcoin, right? Those guys getting into the market, getting into Bitcoin because that's the thing to do. But risk guys like us, we get into SHIB. So in the chart above, shared by a tweet from Altcoin Sherpa, they are seeing similarities in the current market price action in the daily chart of Bitcoin after the fall from an all-time high to 69,000. Months of accumulation and sideways price action in the start of momentum before a full takeoff to reclaim previous highs with expectation to break to new levels and explore new territories. Is this enough for a Bitcoin price rally? And the answer to this is going to be yes. It's enough for a Bitcoin price rally. How far it goes remains to be seen. But listen, there's a lot of talk of 27.7. There's rare talk, and I'm talking rare, 31,000. So Bitcoin is ready for a rally. And not only that, but Ethereum. And let's go back to 2 things that are happening with Ethereum right here. Total Ethereum staked on Lido finance reaches a new milestone. So people are continuing to do liquid staking through Lido, and then Ethereum to reach a peak of 24.74 per token in 2023. Finder's survey of crypto and fintech experts reveal. So people are now looking at Bitcoin to have for Ethereum to have a 50% run and a 50% gain in the next couple, 10 months or so. Does that mean that it says peak of 24.74? So in this month, in this year, we're going to see 24.74. Did we see it this month? Probably not. We probably see it most 2,000, but people are looking at a $2,474 Bitcoin. And if we're looking at a $2,470 Bitcoin, then we are looking at a $34,000. Who said $34,000? Yeah, that was us. We said $34,000 because that's the way the math plays out. If you get a 50% lift, you're getting a 50% lift. Bitcoin to 34,000 and Ethereum to 24. So there it is. You heard it here first and then fifth, maybe. I don't know how many times we've heard it, but there we are. Also, examiners find customer deception very Ponzi-like use of funds at Celsius. So the walls around Celsius and all of these guys are starting to close in. We're going to see how this plays out. We're going to see how this happens. But yeah, they said that Alex Mashinsky cashed out 68 million. Remember, was down 600 million. Didn't stop him from taking all the money. And what he was doing was new money coming in. He was using to pay people exiting. So there you have it. They're watching it now. And here it is. This is the one that matters. And this is what's going to give us the final close, 39.63%. Not as big as the 44 in 2013, but the close was an hour and a half ago. And for January in 2023, we have started off with a 40% increase in the Bitcoin price. Now, it's time to focus on February. Now, there's a lot of people who are bearish on February, but look at this. All the way up and down this line, there's only been 8.6 in the last, 8 years? In the last 8 years, there's only been one red. And in the last 10 years, there's only been two. And one of those was way, way, way back. Now, you're not seeing giant increases, but you are seeing increases. So it is entirely possible that we are up for another run. And again, guys, I keep telling you this, that I think that we're running through the beginning of March, and then we correct back to the downside through April, and then maybe the start of May. And then from that point on, we are back in bullish territory. And that's when that quote unquote bull run would have been starting. So there you have it. I mean, this is historically how these things look, right? I told you guys back last year in October that for sure we're going to have a green October, but we probably wouldn't have a green November and December. And here we are. We had a green October. Look, admittedly, it was only 5.56%. But of course, we didn't know some of the things that were happening were going to be happening. We were still dealing with the fallout. We were still dealing with all the issues, but we still had a green October. And now we've had almost a 40% rise in January. So there we are. Now, time to look at the charts here real quick. And total market right now. And remember, look, oh, God damn it, I forgot. Let's get back over here. We're going to take a quick look at CoinGlass again one more time. We're going to look at the liquidations. And you can see on the liquidations, the longs got wrecked on the 29th. On the 30th, the shorts got wrecked, not nearly as much. So now the question is, what's going to happen with today's totals? Now, if you're watching, then you've probably seen mostly shorts have done a pretty good job. So the longs are probably going to be in charge. Now, what is being priced into the market? Well, longs versus shorts on the next 24-hour period is favoring, except on Kraken, but it is largely favoring, but very, very close, by the way. Remember, 50. If it's not 52, it's basically 50-50. So it's basically 50-50 down the line here. There's a 52, a 52, a 55, and then a 50 and a 48. So generally speaking, it's favoring the longs, but not by enough to say that we've got something really good cooking or really good working. So be very careful. Be very careful over the next little while, because you just don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. And look at the liquidations over the course of the day, by the way. These are the liquidations in the last 24 hours. 3.4 million liquidated from Bitcoin, 3.14 on Ethereum. That's a big number, by the way, for Ethereum. Can we agree that that is just a ridiculous amount of liquidating on Ethereum? There's a lot of trading going on, and there's a lot of bears in Ethereum right now. So I feel like they're kind of driving the price down, and at some point that's going to change. You know what? Last 12 hours. Let's look at the last 12 hours. Shorts lost in the last 12 hours. Yeah. So it looks like a mixed bag. So I don't know. I don't know how this is going to play out. But we're going to find out. So we've got Bitcoin not testing right now. Hasn't tested for about 3 or 4 hours. So that means it's regrouping and getting itself ready for whatever's happening tomorrow. So any chance that you had any feeling that there would be or could be a nice little pump, I think that's kind of fallen by the wayside. And right now it's just time for you to watch that chart for just a little bit. You know, get on maybe a 3-minute chart or something like that. If you're in, if it matters and you're not up or down, you know, whichever way you are, you know, maybe you could look at. So check this out. This is, by the way, this is a very short chart. But if you're in an ETH trade, you look at this and you see the tops are getting, you see the tops are starting to get lower and lower. So this pump right here probably ends at 1590 or 1585 or 1589. So if there is a pump in the next few minutes, then I don't think it's going to go very high. So, and it's going to go as low as 1564, as you can see down here. And this is doing the same thing over here. Everything is tightening up. Everything is getting to is coming to a head, and I don't know that breaks to the upside. So you know, we're just spitting in the wind right now, trying to figure out what might happen. So here's what I'm gonna say. Tomorrow we see a 24. What is this number up here? Tomorrow we see 24,300 Bitcoin. Going to pop right out here. We're not going to do it on the 3 minutes. Jesus Christ. What are you, Bleeves, a moron? Yes, as a matter of fact, I am. So where are we going to get that? We're going to get, let's do this. We're going to take the 1 hour chart and we're going to project out for just a little while here. What time is it tomorrow? It's going to be right there. That's where we get the Fed number. So we're going to put a vertical line right there in the middle of that, because that's where it says, let's see, that's Fed press conference is at 13:30 hours. That's Eastern Standard Time. And then there's a job openings report. So this is D-Day right now. So I don't expect that we're going to see much movement over this line until then. And we'll probably see maybe this coming down, because look, this is the moment where the bears could potentially try to get that wreck in. And then we're off to the races. Now, we should also take a moment and go over here and look at FOMC leak. Let's go take a look over here and see if anybody has come up with any information. FOMC leak? No. No. Okay, so the SPY and the SPX are booming, is what they say here. Okay, so nothing got leaked. This is going back 7 hours right now. So there's no. Let's do the FOMC right here, and then let's see what people are guessing on, and we'll do this. How might it affect the crypto market? Nah. Tron sideways structure. No. Okay, so there's no leaks. So we would know by this point if there were a leak. It'd be a lot clearer. Let's go over here to the top and see what they say up here on the top and see if there's anything that would give us an indication. Meeting tomorrow means we can go up or down. Okay, crypto Wendy O. Jesus Christ. Is she, look, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying. I might be on her show one day. FOMC meeting tomorrow. Make sure you have the trading plan. Yes, trading plan. Tomorrow's a big day for the markets. Raise the interest. Federal Reserve, who basically controls our money, will be raising rates 25 BPS tomorrow. What will this do? It makes credit cards more expensive for consumers. Mortgage rate. Okay. So no. it was 97.6. Now it's at 99.6. So the rate at which it's being gauged right now is going up even more and more and more and more. So yeah, get ready for get ready for the unexpected. So do you know how you survive in crypto? Don't do what everybody expects, right? So what everybody expects right now is 25 basis points, right? What does that mean? Well, if it's 25 basis points, that means that the market is going to pump, right? That means that the bears could very well be digging in very, very deep. And Stephen Blaylock, thank you for the $2 bomb over here. When will Shibarium come out? I don't know. I thought it was going to be heart-shaped box. I thought that meant that it was going to be on February 14th. I thought that would be the day. That was just the guess, Stephen. So I don't know for sure, but that's what we're just kind of waiting for. So, and by the way, note to self, accumulate Volt. Yes, accumulate Volt. Make sure, do it when they have the, when you get the taxes back. Make sure that you get that 13% back for yourself, by the way. And that's a question, by the way, that we're going to have to ask on Voltiflex, because we don't want to lose 13% when we transfer our Volt into Voltiflex. That's a big ask right there. So let's make sure that that doesn't happen. Hopefully that'll get turned off before that whole process. But if everybody's thinking that it's going to go up, the market is deciding that it's going to go up, right? If that's the case, and if that's how it plays out, then guess what that means? That means everybody gets rich. And you and I both know it does not work that way. We don't get rich that way. Here's how we get rich: by going against the grain. So I would not even, I would not be surprised to see a massive short run going tomorrow, maybe even early on, so that when this market moves. Now, here's the thing. We're going to go back to the chart real quick because it's really important here at this point. Now we're going to close this stuff out. We're going to look at this chart. Now, we're looking at this right here, right now. And I'm not saying this is going to happen, by the way. I do not know how this is going to play out, right? But we got this all right here, right? Ooh, highlighter sucks. Let's go with a brush. All right, so we got all this happening right here, and we're just kind of moving upwards, right? Well, if we do that, then that just means we're going to keep going through here, and we're just going to blast off, right? But we also know crypto just doesn't work that way. So what can we now expect? Well, this is a great structure here. This is a great structure right here, but it's going to have to break down. So we're probably going to be testing this again, and we're probably coming down here to test at least this area at a minimum. At a minimum, we're going to probably test this 22,611 right around that time, because then the pump, when it starts to come, will not be as aggressive, and there'll be plenty of time for us to test this top over here before we actually get into this 24,000 territory, right? That's what makes the most sense. So when I'm looking at this right now, I'm seeing, God damn, this is what I'm seeing, right? Boom, let's go, right? And let's make it a 4 so that it looks bigger. So really, it just looks like that's what's going to happen, right? Maybe a little sideways trading until then, but that doesn't make any sense. So because what happens is this: right now we're trading sideways. If we trade sideways for a few more hours, who's going to be at an advantage? The bears. They're going to push the price down. So what are we going to see? We're going to see prices come down to this level or this level. So make your accommodations for that and plan for that to happen, because again, then when the pump comes, the pump will come up from here, and we'll be happy to get back to this level for a little while, and then we'll be ecstatic to get to this level for a little while, and then we can accumulate and hodl, and we can just wait for that big 24,300, and then see if we can push up in here and get 25,100, because that is the next big level. Remember, I told you guys, this is the opportunity. This is the big level. This 25,100 represents right here the price action after the Ethereum merge last time. So That is a big level of resistance, and we're going to have to overcome that in order to make something happen. So just remember, um, oh, absolutely. I absolutely love the Bulls. Chicago Bulls, one of the most fun things that you could ever possibly watch on television. I just absolutely love the Bears, the Bulls. I'm sorry, the Bears. Jesus Christ, I've never liked watching the Bears. Actually, I do enjoy a good running game. And to be fair, as a kid, one of my biggest guilty pleasures was watching the Nebraska Cornhuskers doing the triple option. I used to love watching the triple option because I thought it was such a great thing. And of course, you're just too fast nowadays for the triple option to be incredibly effective at the top level. But you know what? Maybe it'll make a comeback one day. So yeah, I'm a big fan. But so guys, there is going to be some price action. There's going to be some volatility. We're going to see some crazy shit happen tomorrow. We're just absolutely going to see it. Ethereum is still weak to me. Like and no disrespect to anybody who loves Ethereum, because I, in fact, love Ethereum. But I just, look, this move right here felt really good to me today, right? This move right here felt really, really good to me today. And it felt good because we hadn't seen that happen with Bitcoin while it was not happening the same with the same level as Bitcoin. Now, it was just going along with Bitcoin, but that trajectory was a little bit elevated for a while, and that was a great looking thing. Like, I was super excited to see that because we hadn't seen that in a while. Ethereum has just been kind of dog tired, right? We go over here to Bitcoin over here, and we see the move here just carried along with Ethereum. Again, the move over here on Bitcoin, big move up here. With Ethereum, little move over here. Not seeing near the enthusiasm. Go back over here, same thing. This big move was followed by this big but not as big move. Like, we were not seeing the enthusiasm in Ethereum that we were seeing in Bitcoin. And maybe, just maybe, I thought that this right here was going to be representative of a change in that, and that maybe we were catching it early, but hasn't played out that way. So that enthusiasm is still sitting out there, and I'm still waiting for it. Now, Crow, as Crow goes, it's accumulating kind of right here on this 8-cent margin area. So, you got to ask yourself, can it make this correction and get back in this? I think that tomorrow we see this thing starts moving. Now, if Bitcoin and everything, if they go up here, then we're looking at 9.5, maybe 10 cents, just in an immediate sort of rally. And anybody at crypto.com, if you are listening today, would be the perfect time for you to make a massive partnership announcement about how you guys are going to change the world. So today is the day. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to cover this. I don't mean to forget. I just get excited about what's going on in the market. Luna Classic 1717, not really moving. Again, just the rest of the market had its nice little pump, had that bounce off of here that I said it was going to have, but we need more, right? Well, this right here was where we got the more, and we got the pump, but we didn't get enough of a pump to exit and to make it a deal. What we need is this move up here. You can see the 200 EMA coming down a little bit more. So we're going to see that right around that 29 level. So it would be really good to see this thing pump to 3 or 4 cents over the next few hours and get over that and start getting going. And if we take a quick look over here and see how this ziggurat Ziggy repeg is going, not going greatest. 56% yes, 36% no. Quorum is right over here, so we don't have anything yet, but still a couple days. So I don't know if we're gonna be forced to do that or what, but it sure would be funny. Let's go on over here now, and let's talk about BCB. Just out of its mind, guys. I'm so happy to have seen how well. Remember, we started covering BCB right here a couple weeks ago, and then it just went out of its mind. And when I say out of its mind, I mean like it just dropped a zero and kept going up, like 9x from where we first did it. So if you got in and you're feeling good about your position, you're welcome, because that one was a welcome relief, especially in this market, to see something like that happen. But not to be denied, Decanect came right back at the same time. And remember, I told you before, I'm a big investor in Decanect. I hold about 70,000 of the supply, right? So I was at 1 cent down here. I'm at 12 cent right here. I am up 12x on my investment in Decanect. So feeling super good about that position. Again, let's get this thing to $1. Daddy got to eat. You know what I mean? Hulk, 43.71. WAGMI, 3,000. You know it. Cult, 79.15. Just not moving. $1.33 on Bone, just not moving. 38.11 on MMAI, just not moving. Terrarium, 30.27, just not moving. BRL up a little bit, but just a penny to $1.78. Still not moving. Just making that move around. You can see here down at the bottom, by the way, you can see the money flow is in the positive, but it's not in the positive enough. Like we probably need just a couple thousand, you know, just a couple of good $1,000. You know, if we could get 10 or 20 people in here that are buying like 1 or 2,000 and just get that nice little run going, maybe that would spark a relief and maybe get the chart pumping. You know, it's got to be a way to get the chart pumping. But look, it's a long-term game. At the end of this, a BRL is going to have a big moment. Lily at 60.83, still just kind of struggling along. Floki, again, look, Floki was at 50 million market cap a couple days ago. It's now at 231 million market cap. It made a big move. SHIB, 11.79, still hovering, not pumping though. Just still kind of consolidating in this range. And I mean, guys, look at this. When you look at it, right? You have to be like, you have to see it, right? Like you have to be able to see this, right? This thing looks like it's ready to just like this is, you see it, right? SHIB is ready to explode. It really looks like. I mean, it you know, again, patterns don't mean anything until they become something, right? But this is what it looks like. You know what I mean? Like this is what it looks like when something like that is happening. You've got this pennant formation. You've got lower highs, higher lows. Everything consolidating into one point. It's going to have to break one way or the other. You're coming from the downside to the upside, which means that your breakout should be up to the upside again. So it just feels like it's time for SHIB to give us all a little bit of a relief and bring some people back into the market. Cato, just like everybody else, just kind of in that channel, $13 million market cap, just kind of idling over here. A little more volume than most of the other ones, but still just kind of suffering. Saitama, 23.32. The shine has worn off just a little bit as people are moving over into Cider Realty. Now, that Cider Realty money, as it starts to decline, is going to come back over into Saitama. So don't forget, now that you're under this number right here of 24.18, there was 22.68, which was the bottom over here. If you are interested, then there is some more pump probably coming from Saitama, maybe even back up to this number here at 3,000. That'd be a 50% or almost 50% pump from where it is right now. Volt, 73.72, still holding. Like it has those big dump offs when the little Jeets do their thing. And you know, you don't want to see this direction, but you understand that, you know, there's some people just not going to be here at the end. And what matters is continuing to build, because one day all of that building leads to an exchange. All of that leads to something that matters, and then you just go on a parabolic run. NGN, the network, if you haven't already, go check them out. Trading at 11 cents right now. If you got in at the beginning, it was at 2 cents. So most of us here are up 5.5x at this point. Very small market cap. We're all in for just a little bit. A lot of sell-off today, but not a huge amount. It's again small cap until it's a big cap. There's going to be, look, these guys got a couple of exchanges that they're out of pocket. There's some out of pocket level stuff. They're going to pump into this in order to pump this thing and get it started. It's a big money play. I'm telling you right now, it's a big money play. RBIF trading at 1862. Whatever the shine was before, just kind of worn down a little bit, down to a 10 million market cap for something that was up not that long ago in the 25 million range in market cap. So Shibby, I don't think Shibby's dead, but it sure has flatlined. And a lot of people are still in the chat talking about a quick revival, but I don't know. And Kabosu, this little dog, look, we covered this way back here, right? And I kept telling you that Once it gets into this channel, it's going to break to the upside. Of course, it broke to the upside. And then, of course, I said, now that it's doing this, now that it had broken out of here, it was going to do this, right? And then at some point, it's going to hit this spot right here, and then it should break, right? One way or another. And man, did it break. It went from 1,600 up to 5,400. So if you had taken my advice again on Kabosu, then yeah, you're probably feeling pretty good. And if you did and you made a whole bunch of money, why the hell aren't you tipping? You know what I mean? Like, why the hell aren't you tipping? You know what I mean? God damn it. Ryan Wiley in the house. BRL has less than 1 million tokens in total supply. That is a big deal, by the way. For those of you that don't know, that is a big, big deal. Buy soda. We don't buy soda. We don't drink soda anymore. But I have not. Matter of fact, I don't drink soda. Guys, just so you know, a little over a month ago, I started a. This is actually a big deal for me. So it's my time, so you get to hear it. About a month and a half ago, a little bit over a month ago, I said I am no longer. I'm not going to eat carbs or anything for a while. I'm just going to eat steak. Right? It's now been 5 weeks that I've only eaten steak, and every once in a while I'll eat like asparagus or broccoli or something like that. But all I've been eating is steak, and every once in a while I have a what do you call it? Cottage cheese as a side. And I just started a couple days ago, tomatoes, because tomatoes are a good anti-inflammatory, right? And that would help with with joints and pains and stuff like that. Well, I felt so good the last bunch of days that I got into the gym for some heavy lifting, which I hadn't done in a while. Any gym that I have done has been basically, just go do a little cardio or go sit in a sauna, something like that. Just be a lazy bum. And I got out there and I was doing clean and jerks with 185 pounds, which is not, look, I used to do 300-pound clean and jerks, right? So I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I'm happy with myself. That the fact that I could do that and that move was easy at 185. It was very easy for me to do. All of my muscles and everything felt so good that man, it was awesome. I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke weed. I did if for anybody that watched, I took an edible one time, not that long ago, and it knocked me out on stream basically. So nah. But no, I don't smoke weed. I'm not against it, by the way. I spent a lot of years smoking weed. So yeah, I'm not really, not a fan, cause it just puts me to sleep, but I'd collapse without carbs. I thought so too, but it made me feel so much better. And I don't even know, I don't even know how to put this other than to say, here's what happened. I started eating just steaks and beef, and that was it. And then, I would put stuff on it, but then I would drink water or I would have unsweetened tea for some caffeine. And that's been basically it, right? Other than just every once in a while, grab just a little bit. So within days, my knees stopped hurting, my ankles stopped hurting, little pains and stuff that you have in your body from working out for a lot of years, they stopped hurting. And they'd been hurting for a long period of time. And just little pieces stopped working. And then all of a sudden my energy went through the roof. Like all of a sudden I'm like, wow, I breathing way better. Something about I think it's sugar, by the way, but something about not having sugar made a gigantic difference to me. It made a gigantic difference to me. So yeah, it was a big deal. Please, how do you think SHIB goes when Shibarium comes out? What is it? 3 zeros right now? God damn it. Now I got to remember. I think that SHIB goes to, where is it? It's going to go to 4 zeros 35. So it'll go about 3x from where it is right now. It'll go 3 zeros 35. And yes, sugar is a drug. Yeah. Really, just cutting sugar out of your life is, and grains and wheat, cut that out too, and just makes a huge difference. And I mean a huge difference. I am doing fiber supplements. I am doing multivitamins a couple times a day. I am taking a bunch of vitamins to make sure that I have whatever nutrients I'm supposed to have, just not with that food. And then when I eat, like I eat a pound of steak, like I literally get a gigantic steak. So it's tonight I had a 1 pound steak. I cut it into strips, and just have like some big thick strip steaks. So I had a pound of steak along with some cottage cheese and tomatoes, and feel great. Yeah, way more energy, William. I have way more energy. Like I don't feel tired and stuff like that. I don't cut out all carbs. I personally can't do it. Yeah, I mean that's a decision that everybody has to make. It was a pain for me when this all started. Like it was the first little bit was kind of a struggle, because you were like, man, I want a snack, like maybe some chips or something like that. And I just know I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to do it. And it just keeps like it. Look, I'm not saying that I'm not going to have a pizza. I'm not saying that, I'm not. Look, there's no rule here. There's just me eating this way right now. And once for a long time, I was on that high of doing it. Like it was really good. Now that's why I'm eating tomatoes now, because I hadn't been eating any carbohydrates and I hadn't been eating anything other than every once in a while. So what I decided was, I'm still going to continue to have steak or chicken. So I'm going to swap some chicken in and out. And by the way, the other day, my son and I had 2 steaks and what was it? We had 2 steaks and Polish sausage, just to mix it up a little bit. And then we had at one point we had some steaks with chicken, and just kept doing different little things, and just to keep it kind of fresh. So I'm eating more and more different things. But now I think that the play for me is I need to come up with a vegetable medley of broccoli, tomatoes, and what's another good antioxidant that also has a good amount of fiber. Like that's the play for me. It's not going to be cauliflower, because I don't like cauliflower. I don't know what it is about. Like I'm not in. I like broccoli. I legitimately like broccoli, and that's that's what everybody warns you of, that wants you to stop eating red meat. But I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. And I will like curtail it with the red meat at certain points, but also I'm not gonna worry about too much. But I need something to go with the broccoli and the tomatoes. So when I find that, then I'm gonna be feeling good. Soda will go. So soda has Eric, Cairo, Gandalf, Ian, Roots, Palm, MRI, Volt, When Believes. Every one of those guys, they get partnered. So when Soda reaches out to me for a partnership, then that's when we'll join the boat. So yeah, we're definitely not. Unpasteurized sauerkraut's gross. Can't do that. That's gross. God. No, we're gonna go broccoli and maybe carrots. Broccoli, carrots, and tomatoes. And we're gonna turn that into like a vegetable medley. And then we'll cook those up every night and make that with a steak. That's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, time for me to go walk the dog. So, guys, it's not financial advice. My name's Believes. I am always right. You guys be very, very careful. Make sure that you get exited out of the market. This is not going to go the way that we all hope that it's going to go. It's going to go the way that we think. It's going to come back down. We're going to have that moment. And look, if we're wrong and the market doesn't come back down, if it just stays where it is and the market continues to pump overnight, it'll come down in the morning. Like I don't know when. I don't know when the wind comes out of the sails. Maybe we'll get another pump to 1595. It looks like on Ethereum. Maybe we'll get another pump to 23.2 on Bitcoin. Maybe, but the market seems real bent on staying right in that little range that we're in right now. It just really seems like that. So anyway, guys, if you haven't already, go check out NGN. If you haven't already, go check out Decanect. If you haven't already, go check out BRL. Go check out BCB. Go check out Kabosu. Go check out everything that I've been talking about right here. That's why you're here, right? You want to hear me. You want to come up with some different tokens. You want to hear what the opinions are. You want reasons to buy. You want reasons to sell. So here's your reasons. Get out of the main stuff right now because the market's about to get volatile. But in the volatile stuff that you're already in, just prepare for it to go down maybe in the meantime. But don't exit your position on those because you're already into it. You might as well ride that thing up and then ride that thing down. It's just that's just the way that it goes, right? So you guys be very, very careful, and we will see you again for Breakfast with Bleaves in the morning. Either be there or be square. And for God's sake, sign up for a membership. It's only $4.99. It helps me tremendously. Look, if I have 1,000 members, then that means I don't have to work anymore. The end. All right, guys, we'll see you in the morning.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I wanna be shining like diamonds and pearls. I want you to go there with me, girl. I'm looking for